Well, what do we have here? This is one of our Podocarpus. I think we've been working on this for the last 3 years or so. I think it's finally at that finished state, so I'm going to trim it like it would be in your garden. Okay, so this is the Podocarpus. And as usual, in the background is my YouTube being uploaded. So this one is more or less in a done form, so we're just going to cut it back. Just more of a maintenance than anything else now. Well, it's been a number of years here. We spent 3-4 years now, and it's come a long way. This Podocarpus, I think, was very popular with the Japanese American community for a while. Well, we had that deep freeze in 1990, and the reason I noticed was that a lot of the friends, they had one at the entrance, and it was dead. That's why I noticed that. Oh, so there's a lot of people that had this. And I think plants are like trends too. Sometimes somebody get going and they had one. But these are very good in that, while one, it doesn't hurt like junipers and things like that. And it doesn't require that much skill to maintain it, right? Not like your pines. Well, and then I saw one of these in full size when I was in San Diego a couple of years ago. My gosh, these get huge. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to get these branches to look like branches instead of one big mess. Yeah, well, that freeze in 1990 was extreme. Everything was frozen here. That was the year that I opened my business. And before I could get my opening day, I lost 1/3 of my plants, or the potential bonsais, because it got so cold. Everything was popsicle for a whole week. And then at that time, we didn't know what was happening and what to do. I learned really fast. Yeah, I think at that time, even froze down to San Diego. And some of the mistakes even the arborist was making, I think it's because nobody really knew. And a lot of the plants, if you didn't touch it, it came back. Yeah, it's been a while, but it's coming together. And I distinctly remember this one had that interesting shape. It's kind of a cascade, but it's not. Probably down in here, huh? Oh, there's a big one that came up. This one here, I don't know. This one here, I think I should have removed it a long time ago. So let me go get the right tool and remove that. Well, that opened it up. I think I needed the separation between this branch and this over here. You know, I try to stay on top of it, but hey, it could go through a year or two of semi-neglect. Okay, I think this one here, can you see this one here? I think it's gonna, see, they all want to stand up, and I'm trying to make it go down. So this is more of a Niwaki. Niwaki is never wired. If you wire a Niwaki, then the Niwaki people will laugh at you and say, ah ha ha ha, you're a bonsai man. I don't know why it's such a bad thing, but that's kind of the things that I hear. I'm both a Niwaki and a bonsai man, so I could do anything I want. Okay, so it's starting to get more distinct shape, right? Yeah, you just keep doing this. Yeah, once this is in place, I think you could probably do it, the maintenance, with a head shear. Some things work and some things don't work, but I think these do. I never tried it. Yeah, it's collecting debris in here. I guess it was time to really get it trimmed and cleaned up. Yeah, I have shortcuts being taken, then you end up these stubs. So occasionally you go in there and just clean it up so that it looked like it was done by a professional. You know, this thing is so long this way that I can't spin it. So I have to keep moving around, kind of. But I really like this. There's a pond or something that kind of want to hang over. Sometimes I do miss the making of the gardens, but designing is okay, but there's not a whole lot of people that can execute the design. That's why I ended up having to start my own construction, because, you know, especially like the rocks and then the key trees that goes in, right? I mean, there's nothing written on it. Either you could do it right or not. Okay, this one over here. Over here, I got one that's going up, but there's a nice branch going more horizontal, so I'm going to take this off. See? That's how you don't go around using wire, because we don't want to be a laughing stock of a Niwaki person that uses wire. Oh my God, that would be horrible. Actually, I probably should be using my Niwaki specialty pruners. Rats, I forgot. Okay, I'm back with my Niwaki tool. This looks just like what you see in your bonsai, except these are made heavy, so you could actually use two hands. If you do that with your regular bonsai tool, you'll spring it. But this one here is for Niwaki people. Why am I not using this all the time? Well, because what happens is you can't stick these in your back pocket because it's too wide, and then it's really hard to put these in any kind of case. But I used to have, well, I still do. I had the old one that I used for what, 10, 20 years? I mean, almost consistently. And then I finally found these 4 or 5 years ago, so I got it. But yeah, the one I was using, those are kind of easy to get, cheaper, and also you could stick it in your back pocket. Of course, don't sit down if you have leather seats or something like that. But anyway, I think we're getting about there. And then I'll feed it and then do a light trim. Then it'll be just about the finished product. Okay, so this is, well, today is the first day of February, and as soon as it starts to warm up, they'll send out new shoots, and then I'll trim those, and then you'll stay really nice and tight. Well, this tree is too big to spin around, so I'll just show you this other side. Okay, so this has been the quick trim of a Podocarus Niwaki. I'll see you real soon in another chapter.